Hi, I'm Effie and this is What Effie Reads.
I was lost, but you helped me find my way. Tainted by a desire, 'cause I was scared to face the truth. You pulled me out from my anxiety.
In 2021, I managed to read 324 books. Don't ask me how, I have no idea. Some of them were quite short, and then obviously there was audiobooks and stuff. Like, you've probably already seen the stats a few days ago. But because I make poor life decisions, I decided to actually go through and rank every single one of the books that I read in 2021, and that's what this video will be. There are a few rereads, so I haven't ranked any book more than once. So there's actually only 315 entries. And also a note about things like comics and graphic novels. I found it quite difficult to differentiate between like which were the best volumes and stuff. So they tend to be grouped together. So don't take the ranking as being like 100% like this one was better than this one. A lot of the time it was just arbitrary, except for the Heartstopper ones. I felt like I had a good idea about which volumes I liked best out of them. Anyway, this video is likely to be long-ish. I will literally just be doing titles and descriptions because otherwise we will be here literally all day. I will put a list of all of the books in the description down below if you want to check any of them out. And without further ado, let's start at number 315. Sundered by Shannon Mayer. The Wicked Boy by Kate Summerscale. The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. The Violent Season by Sarah Walters. Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. All Systems Red by Martha Wells. Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle. Killing a Dead Man by Sharon R. Hodges. The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Super Mutant Magic Academy by Gillian Tamaki. What a Duke Does for Love by Alice Kirks. The Reddening by Adam Neville. Black Sheep by Rory Scull. The Paper Palace by Miranda Cowley Heller. Little Tommy and His Big Adventures by Alicia Trickett. The Lake by Natasha Preston. Invisible Women by Caroline Criado Perez. Cards of Love, The Moon by Sierra Simone. Rainbow Grey by Laura Ellen Anderson. My Life as an Ice Cream Sandwich by Ibiza Boy. The Dying Game by Asa Avdik. Black Book by Matteo Ascaripo. Two Henrys by Kevin Allison. The Fever King by Victoria Lee. Who Do You Love by Jennifer Weiner. The Infinity Courts by Akemi Dawn Bowman. Identity Thief by Rachel Rosenthal. Heron number 3 by Peter Amadi. Heron number 1 by Peter Amadi. Girls with Sharp Sticks by Suzanne Young. Viral BS by Simo Yasmin. Bullet Train by Katora Isaka. Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. Dark Lullaby by Polly Ho Yen. False Hearts by Laura Lamb. Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. Heron number 1 by Peter Amadi. The Alchemist by Paula Coelho. White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. Transmuted by Eve Harms. Life After Life by Kate Atkinson. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Only Revelations by Mark Z. Danielewski. Survive the Night by Rayleigh Sager. The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rupinkowski. Someone We Know by Shari Lapina. A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. Evelyn and the Kung Fu Headmaster by Quan Wu. Grief is the Thing with Feathers by Max Porter. People in Trouble by Sarah Schulman. Peter Pan and Everland by Nicole Warren. Krista Huber. Andrea Lee Piazza and Megan Lawson. The Rose Kiss by Esme Rose. The Contractors by Lisa Coe. I'm Not Dying With You Tonight by Jilly Segal and Kimberly Jones. I'm With the Band by Marlene Perez. Miles Morales Shockwaves by Justin A. Reynolds. Bewitch by Paige Mackenzie and Nancy Olin. Famous Adopted People by Alice Stevens. Growing Things and Other Stories by Paul Tremblay. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. Enchante by Gita Trelease. The Eve Illusion by Giovanna and Tom Fletcher. The Third Man by Manny Sharaya. Yellow Jessamine by Caitlin Starling. We Go On Forever by Sarah Govert. Vita Nostra by Marina and Sergei Dyanchenko. You Think You Know Life by Jameson Blackmay. The Devil Makes Three by Tori Bovalino. The Face on the Milk Carton by Caroline B. Cooney. The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman and Chris Riddell. The Lucky Escape by Laura Jane Williams. Black Women in Science by Kimberly Brown Pelham. A Strange Hymn by Laura Falasa. Bear Witness by Mary Gateskill. I Am Dust by Louise Beach. Happily Ever After by Kira Cass. The Afterlife of the Party by Marlene Perez. Through the Leopard's Gaze by Jambi McGrath. Fish in Exile by V. Key Now. 5 on Brexit Island by Bruno Vincent. Our Dining Table by Mita Ori. Sweet Virginia by Caroline Kepner. The Goblins of Bellwater by Molly Ringel. We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang. Stone Fruit by Lee Lai. Frostheart by Jamie Littler. Hansel and Gretel by Neil Gaiman and Lorenzo Mattotti. Halfway to Free by Emma Donoghue. Alone by Robert J. Crane. Empty World by John Christopher. Queen Takes Rose by Katie Robert. The Girls Are Also Nice Here by Laurie Elizabeth Flynn. The Traitor Queen by Danielle L. Jensen. The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman and Sarah Barkat. With Malice by Eileen Cook. The Vampire Archives, edited by Otto Penzler. The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshi Kazui Kawaguchi. Black Sunshine by Karina Hall. How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackey. Desperate Measures by Katie Robert. Pan, Lost and Found by Gina L. Maxwell. Say Her Name by Juno Dawson. The Only Living Girl on Earth by Charles Yu. You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. The Starless Sea by Aaron Morgenstern. One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. Be Gay, Do Crimes by Imogen Maxwell Tweed. The Wicker King by Kay Ankrum. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 8 by Roberta Aguirre Sacasa, Robert Hack and Jack Morelli. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 7 by Roberta Aguirre Sacasa, Robert Hack and Jack Morelli. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 6 by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Jack Morelli and Robert Hack. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 5 by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Jack Morelli and Robert Hack. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 4 by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Jack Morelli and Robert Hack. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 3 by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Jack Morelli and Robert Hack. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 2 by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Jack Morelli and Robert Hack. And The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 1 by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Jack Morelli and Robert Hack. This Telling by Cheryl Strayed. The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. The Dead and the Dark by Courtney Gould. My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. Punching the Air by Youssef Salem and Ibiza Boy, The Seep by Chana Porter, The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, Tomi by Junji Ito, The Sea Witch by Katie Robert, Ramesa by Radia Havaisa, Afropeen by Johnny Pitts, Ghost Squad by Claribel A. Ortega, Death Note Volume 2 by Tsugumi Oba and Takeshi Obata, Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, Graceful Burdens by Roxane Gay, Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, Mary Ward, First Sister of Feminism by Sydney Thorne, Pirate Stew by Neil Gaiman and Chris Riddell, A Worthy Opponent by Katie Robert, The Boy I Am by K.L. Kettle, Sadie by Courtney Summers, Lou in Lockdown by Jojo Moyes, American Squire by Sierra Simone, A Spark of Light by Jodie Picoult, I Know You by Claire McGowan, Sabriel by Garth Nix, The Sweetness of Water by Nathan Harris, War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, The Elite by Kira Cass, The One by Kira Cass, Hogfather by Terry Pratchett, Loki, Agent of Asgard by Jorge Coelho, Al Ewing and Lee Garbett, Breeding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimura, American Queen by Sierra Simone, Wow No Thank You by Samantha Irby, 1984 by George Orwell, The Steel Prince by V. Schwab, Death Note Volume 1 by Tsugumi Ohba and Takeshi Obata, Camp Neverland by Lisa Quigley, Crave by Tracy Wolfe, Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, I Hear the Sunspot by Yuki Firmino, Shine, Pamela Shine by Kate Atkinson, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, Through the Woods by Emily Carroll, The Babysitter by Jack Harbon, Remote Control by Nnedi Okorafor, Nemesis and the Swan by Lindsay K. Bandy, Lyrial by Garth Nix, Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, We Are Bellingcat by Elliot Higgins, Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna Maguire, Bridge of Souls by Victoria Schwab, 7 Days Monday to Sunday by Venio Tachibana and Rihito Takare, The Art of Dying by Ambrose Parry, The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander, Writing into the Wound by Roxane Gay, Triflers Need Not Apply by Camilla Bruce, Verity by Colleen Hoover, The Selection by Kira Cass, The Deep by Rivers Solomon with David Diggs, Jonathan Snipes and William Hudson, Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert, The Beast by Katie Robert, City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, A Corruption of Blood by Ambrose Parry, When Life Gives You Mangoes by Corinne Gatton, A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, A Rage in Harlem by Chester Himes, Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, Gin City by Saeed Z. Hussain, A Borson by Garth Nix, A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, The Gilded Ones by Namina Fauna, Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas, Wings of Ebony by J. Elle, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, Chaos Reigning by Jesse Mahilek, Love Beyond Body, Space and Time, edited by Hope Nicholson, We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, The Inflatable Woman by Rachel Ball, The Pull of the Stars by Emma Donoghue, The Air by Kira Cass, The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, Speak by Laurie Halsey Anderson and Emily Carroll, Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds, Rhapsodic by Laura Falasa, Kings, Queens and In-Betweens by Tanya Bethea, Juice Like Wounds by Shauna Maguire, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna Maguire, Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab, The Way of All Flesh by Ambrose Parry, The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling, The Housemaid by Nina Manning, Spellmaker by Charlie N. Holmberg, Across the Greengrass Fields by Shonan Maguire, A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay, V for Vendetta by Alan Moore and David Lloyd, She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan, Killjoy by Holly Jackson, Cheshire Crossing by Sarah Anderson and Andy Weir, This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria, Virtually Yours by Jeremy Holt and Elizabeth Beals, We Free the Stars by Hafsa Faisal, Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell, A Sprinkle of Sorcery by Michelle Harrison, A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta, The Push by Ashley Audrain, The Pronoun Book by Cassandra Jules Corrigan, Never Kiss Your Roommate by Feline Harms, Zenny, A Marriage of Inconvenience by Rebecca Weatherspoon, The Tea Dragon Society by Kay O'Neill, Spellbreaker by Charlie N. Holmberg, Savage Conversations by Leanne Howe, Raybearer by Jordan Afwicko, In an Absent Dream by Shonan Maguire, Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman, Heartstopper Volume 3 by Alice Oseman, Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman, Fangs by Sarah Anderson, Everything Together by Benjamin Class, Kremer by Johnny Christmas, Ryan Ferrari, Atla Harafna and Dante Louise, Cultish by Amanda Montell, A Tangle of Spells by Michelle Harrison, Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston, The Awakening of Malcolm X by Tiffany D. Jackson and Ilyasa Shabazz, The Old College Triad by Guy New York, Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson, Lie With Me by Philippe Bisson, Battle Royale Volume 4 by Kosho Takami with Masayuki Taguchi, Keith Giffen and Tomo Iwo, Battle Royale Volume 6 by Kosho Takami with Masayuki Taguchi, Keith Giffen and Tomo Iwo, Darling by Kay Ankrum, Come Tumbling Down by Shauna Maguire, Battle Royale Angel's Border by Kosho Takami, Miyako Onishi and Yuhei Aguma, Almond by Won Pyong-suk, As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden, What's the Tea by Juno Dawson, Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood, The Tea Dragon Tapestry by Kay O'Neill, Mrs. Death by Selena Godden, The Charm Offensive by Alison Cochran, Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker and Wendy Zhu, Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna Maguire, Madam by Phoebe Wynne, American Prince by Sierra Simone, American King by Sierra Simone, Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley, Felix Ever After by Kaysen Calendar, The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake, Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, Letter to a Bigot by Miriam Gerber, Battle Royale Volume 5 by Kosho Takami with Masayuki Taguchi, Keith Giffen and Tomo Iwo, Battle Royale Volume 3 by Kosho Takami with Masayuki Taguchi, Keith Giffen and Tomo Iwo, Battle Royale Volume 2 by Kosho Takami, Masayuki Taguchi, Keith Giffen and Tomo Iwo, Battle Royale Volume 1 by Kosho Takami, Masayuki Taguchi, Keith Giffen and Tomo Iwo, Detransition Baby by Tori Peters, Rainbow Milk by Paul Mendes, Sage and King by Molly Ringle, The Venue by TJ Payne, Battle Royale by Kosho Takami, A Chorus Rises by Bethany C. Morrow, A Kind of Spark by Elle McNicoll, The Crown by Kira Cass, A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow, Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, The Cat Who Saved Books by Susuki Natsukawa, Extraordinary by V. Schwab, Enid Balaam, Georgius Green Lorach, and Rob Steen. How Do We Relationship by Tamiful, The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois by Honoré Fanon Jeffers, The Final Revival of Oakland Nev by Dawnie Walton, Forever Ends on Friday by Justin A. Reynolds, The Summer That Melted Everything by Tiffany McDaniel, Redemptor by Jordan Ifueko, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, Boys Run the Riot Volume 1 by Kito Geku, Princess Ever After by Kay O'Neill, The Tea Dragon Festival by Kay O'Neill, Build Your House Around My Body by Violet Coppersmith, Vicious by V. Schwab, Peter Darling by Austin Chant, True Crime Story by Joseph Knox, Show Us Who You Are by Elle McNicoll, How to Be Autistic by Charlotte Emilia Poe, Snowglass Apples by Neil Gaiman and Colleen Doran, Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shauna Maguire, A Psalm for the Wild Belt by Becky Chambers, and I don't think number 1 will surprise anyone, Iron Widow by Jiran J. Zhao. So I hope you enjoyed my run through of every single book I've read this year in order. If you made it this far and watched this whole video, thank you so much. Let me know which books you've read from this list and how you rated them compared to me. And if you do want any more information on kind of my thoughts, I will link down below my best and most surprising books video and my worst and most disappointing books video. And until next time, bye!
There's a place in my heart